Hello, welcome to Trend Settings Live, episode 67. Chris is here. I don't know. Oh, wait, you can see him technically.
You can see part of him.
Oh, that stupid TV reset itself. That's got a flickering now.
His
Great.
bottom.
So, things are getting crazy. Things are different. Things are changing. We've partitioned the podcast in a more classy way. In that, yeah. So, I know it seems classy because Chris was on the floor. But
Shaking what his mama gave him.
we now have sections, and we have people owning sections. First, we have entertainment with Chris and Disney, and then we have the real news, which is like the real stuff with
deep.
Ev and Panama or Paradise.
Paradise.
I'm not sure.
Paradise.
I'll ask the difference later.
Okay.
And then we got the weird stuff with Jono
Ooh.
because
Oh.
he loves it.
Weird.
Oh,
And then we have
wow.
technology
Because I'm a
with
weird
myself.
person.
And while I fix the technology, Chris, can you start the first section?
No, that's my
Sorry,
topic.
that's not your section. But it was entertaining.
Entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Entertainment.
Let me
What's
tell-
happening in entertainment?
Wait,
Well, depending on your point of view, a lot or not much.
No.
okay.
Is that a
Okay.
Trump impression?
Is that a good little teaser?
Yeah,
Are you intrigued?
I am
Stop
intrigued.
teasing me.
Let's get on with the topic.
Feel teased? Tantalized?
I like being teased.
Let me tell you what's happening this week. Actually, the past few weeks. Ever heard of a little company called Disney?
No.
I may have.
Yeah,
I was going to say person, but it's a company now. Walt Disney.
it was a person.
dead.
Oh,
Sorry. RIP.
I need to watch
But
that
like
movie.
saying Santa Claus is dead.
Santa Claus ain't dead.
What?
That's so weird. It's a weird thing to say.
Like,
It's like
Why is
it's like
Santa
a
Claus dead?
mythical person.
Oh, wow.
Walt Disney was
Wow.
real.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know
I'm
we have
just-
kids that
I know.
listen to this
I'm like,
show?
I literally just thought I've dashed everyone's.
Okay,
Dreams.
maybe I picked a weirder video than
You
I thought
picked
I
a
did.
way weird
You know
video.
what?
happening
You
there.
know Walt Disney was real, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's not like Santa.
Okay, just erase what I said. It was stupid.
Alright, so this week it came out that over the past few weeks, Disney has been in cahoots. They've been communicating with a little company called 21st Century Fox.
Mm.
Ever heard of Mr. Fox?
No.
It's because it's not a person.
Okay.
But Rupert Murdoch is.
Ever heard of Rupert Murdoch?
Yes.
Yep. He's a guy.
Right.
So they've been in chats, and the hot goss on the street is that Disney is looking to buy a lot of 21st Century Fox's properties.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
It's
What
It's
does
massive.
Fox own?
Fox owns like a lot of things. They're not looking to sell. The reason Fox is looking to sell,
Yeah.
they want to streamline and focus on news. Fox News, that's a big
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
And sports.
Because everyone loves Fox News.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Ah, but they have like so much stuff. News Corp
Yeah.
like runs half the world's media.
Oh.
Probably. Daily
So-
Telegraph.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one?
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's like 3 companies that own everything, pretty much.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Fox one of them?
No, media-wise, News Corp is one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And they own Fox.
Fox owns them.
Ah, right.
So Fox wants to streamline and focus on news and sports because their theory is scaling entertainment at the moment in this climate is too difficult. It's too hard to stay competitive. So they're thinking, let's do something wild, let's do something outrageous, which is Murdoch. He likes to be a bit outrageous, do different things.
Yep.
Let's just sell it off and knuckle down on sports and news.
Right.
So, it's the movies, the TV, the production studios that Disney would be paying money for, which includes TV channels FX
Oh
and
yeah.
all of their TV shows, Always Sunny, Archer, Sons of Anarchy,
Ah.
American
The
Horror
Simpsons?
Story, Fargo.
The Simpsons?
No, I don't think so. I think that just runs on Fox 8. It's not.
Really? It's got the Fox logo thing at the end of it.
You know what?
I
don't know. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that was something
go
else.
right out there and say I have no idea.
Okay, the big spotlight and it's Fox.
That is their logo.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
give you
at
that.
the end of every single Simpsons.
Yeah,
I don't think
okay.
you watch The Simpsons.
I
Yeah,
don't watch The
apparently not.
Simpsons.
like Bart and Homer and the gang. I am Simpsons.
Okay then.
Fox is also in ownership of National Geographic,
Mm.
Oh,
in their channels.
Yeah.
So it turns out Disney owns ESPN, so they
Mm.
couldn't get their sports if they wanted to, because they own too much sports already.
Oh, so they wouldn't be allowed to buy it.
No more sports for them.
Right.
So, but that also includes Fox's movie properties, which is fun for nerds around the world because X-Men, Fantastic Four, Marvel, MCU coming together.
Right.
Chris is
Oh.
smushing his hands together for audio listeners.
Chris is
Can you hear
very excited about the smushing.
Can you hear the
Yeah.
smush?
Which is pretty exciting for geeks who are like excited for X-Men, and Deadpool to hang out with Captain America, and
Chris,
Spider-Man.
that's a bit elitist of you. I think there's going to be plenty of people who aren't geeks who are into X-Men.
Do you
Is
think
it
so?
elitist if I'm calling myself one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're acting like they're better.
Well,
That would be the definition of it.
first of all, we are better.
Oh, wow.
But second of all, you're right. A lot of people are excited who wouldn't identify as geeks or nerds. It's just an exciting thing.
I mean, who doesn't like
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman?
Wait, but even if they bought it today, how far into the future do you think it would be before you actually started seeing X-Men characters?
Well, that is part of the reason why it's news and also not news. So the story came out and it was going around, boom, 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 Disney buying Fox, and then about 3 hours later, all of the articles get updated. They're not currently in talks.
Yeah, Fox didn't like the offer,
Like
right?
they were talking, but now, at this moment they're not talking. I don't know
Yeah.
if that gets updated minute to minute.
Well, they were it sounded like Fox was interested but didn't like the price that they were offered.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So that's just going to be a back and forth, right? Whether they can
Yeah.
come to an agreement is... Yeah.
So the idea here, basically, or the way I see it, is Disney is going after Netflix. We covered this a few months
Ah.
ago.
Sure did.
Disney's pulling everything off Netflix. They're making their own streaming
Yes.
service.
Yep.
So no more Disney films, no more animated things, no more of their TV shows, no more Star Wars, no more Marvel on Netflix. It's all
Really?
coming onto Disney Flix or whatever they're going to be.
That's actually crazy. I don't know
It
what I
is.
would watch.
It's insane. And then imagine if they had all of Fox's properties as well,
Hmm.
also off Netflix.
Yeah, wow.
They're really going
That's
after
huge.
them. So, currently, they're in the battle here, Disney v Netflix. How much do you think Netflix is worth?
$125 billion.
That was so specific.
Well, currently, the index that I read said it was 80 billion.
Ah, okay.
Apparently, that's
Okay.
vastly undervalued.
Yeah.
It should be.
I was
worth
just
more.
reading
It's a lot more coming up.
some comment thing where someone was saying Apple should buy them, and it was
Right.
for $125 billion.
Ah, okay.
And apparently, Disney's 150 billion at the moment.
Right. Whoa.
Wow.
I just assumed they would be bigger than Netflix.
Totally.
Yeah, well, they are. That's what.
But
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
way bigger.
yeah.
Their yearly revenue is like $60 billion.
Yeah,
That's a lower valuation.
we all know I
for
don't
that kind of
understand
revenue.
numbers and maths. So.
Are you sure
and,
you wrote
and
it
basic
down right?
economics. I did write it down right. Did I read it right? That's the question. So, but Netflix is not. They're not sitting back here. They're doing everything they can to smash this out of the park. They're not. So Netflix has done. Last year they made 24 original films,
Yep.
not
Mm.
including Stranger Things, all their TV shows that they're doing. Next year they're gonna make 80 films.
80.
80 original films.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
for one production company.
Is that,
Can
is
you
that
think
a
of
lot?
a Netflix film that you've actually liked, though?
That's a good question.
I watched War Machine, that was okay.
That's what everyone says about all the Netflix movies. You're always like, these looked awesome, but were super okay.
Yeah, but
But then the shows are awesome.
even in that regards, they're pushing good movies. So Bright is coming out,
Yeah,
We
which
got-
looks good. They always
Yeah.
look good.
and Netflix is making Scorsese's new movie,
Mm.
The Irishman,
Mm.
with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino. That's
Whoa.
gonna be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is that about gangsters?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is Bright the one with Will Smith and
Yeah.
the orc?
Orcs and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So they're pushing like real movies as well as little indie movies. They've
Hmm.
been doing them for a while, but now they're trying to break into blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
Massive.
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Is the plan? Do they release them in cinemas
Not really.
at all? Right.
That's
Okay. So Bright won't come out in cinemas.
I believe not.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah. Which is a bit sad, but what can you do?
Is that
It's the world
is
we
the
live in.
golden age
Yeah.
of just having a Netflix account at an end?
It's funny that you
Oh.
mention the golden age.
Really?
The golden age of cinema was coined after a bunch of independent studios went after Paramount Pictures back in 1948,
Right.
and they were going after them because of this like vertical integration system that they have, because the studios also owned the cinemas and the means of distribution.
Oh,
So they
right.
owned the production and the distribution, and it's just so then they won the case because monopoly is bad, and so
Just a bad game. It just
Do
takes
not
way
pass
too
go.
long.
Do not collect
You know,
$200.
it's too
I knew when I
slow,
wrote
and
this
it
in
makes
my
people
notes,
angry.
It was gonna happen.
Did you know she plays Monopoly without making deals? Was
What?
it you who I was
I
talking to
didn't
about
know
this?
you could make deals with people.
You don't make deals? What do you do?
You go around the board and you collect $200
That must
and
be
you
so
give your money.
slow.
Yeah, it must
That's
take like
what-
7 hours.
Well, I thought that's how long Monopoly
Doesn't have
takes
to
to
be
play.
like
You
that.
gotta make a deal.
You
Yeah.
get,
I don't know.
you get till
Am
one
I
person's out, and then you
literally
just
the
make
only
deals till someone
person?
wins.
On the planet who doesn't make deals in Monopoly.
I think so.
I didn't know that you could do that.
I didn't know you could finish without it.
Well, anyway, since then,
Sorry.
monopoly's bad. So production companies are no longer allowed to own the means of distribution, the cinemas.
Ah, okay, right.
But
This isn't new news. This was like 7
This is-
years ago.
yeah, this was
Trending
70s.
20
New-
years,
news
20
to me.
years ago.
The golden age was like the 50s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
There was a silver age after it.
So, and one of those companies that went after Paramount, Walt Disney.
Oh. It was a small independent
Yep, back in the 40s.
studio.
Right.
So now, my question is this the same thing? Are they trying to own production and distribution?
Well, but there is competition, right? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
But-
Like Netflix would own the production for their film and then
Yeah.
like their films. But isn't it pretty easy? Like there's a few competitors in terms of distribution. There isn't just one way. If you're talking about Netflix, then in Australia you can get Stan.
And
or
Hulu.
Foxtel Now, which
Yeah.
I guess if Disney owned it would be spun into their Disney thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
and isn't Disney trying to buy Hulu as well?
yeah, they were.
They're just buying everything.
But what, like
Yeah,
when
but in the 50s, the only way to distribute was in the cinema, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And so now there's like so many different ways. Netflix or
Yeah.
whatever.
There's like a million screens in everyone's face.
Like everyone could be a producer and a distributor of their content. Everyone is. Right?
because
That's
of
what we're
YouTube.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No,
What do you
I
think?
disagree. I think it's terrifying. I'm scared.
Who are the big
Terrifying.
big studios right now?
We
Who's
got
the competitor for Disney?
Disney, Warner
making
Brothers,
movies? Okay.
Fox, Universal, Sony, and Paramount.
It seems like a fair few.
There's-
Because they all make...
Paramount's
Six?
about to go under, right? Or not?
Is
Oh,
it?
really?
Isn't that
They're
what the
doing
Weinstein thing was about?
good. The what?
What? No, that was about
No,
him
that's the
sexually
Weinstein
harassing
company.
people.
Ah, right.
And Miramax.
Miramax, sorry, that was what I was thinking of.
Well, if there's 6 and one eats another one, then there's 5, and then
You think it's
2
going
of
to
them
keep
eat
going?
each other. Like,
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
And then
right.
you just like...
I
Yeah,
can't see it
okay.
stopping.
For audio listeners, Jono's
Jono's
making a
doing
visual joke.
Magic tricks.
I didn't know how to describe that.
Yeah, I don't see where it's stopping. Like, if they can just buy another company and all of their properties, and then they will also want to distribute themselves.
But it's not like a hostile takeover buying. It's like, you know,
That's-
one company doesn't want to do that anymore, so they just give it to the other.
I think
yeah,
you.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying.
No, I get what you mean. Like, the owning the
overall-
whole supply chain is problematic. But they're not the only ones. And I feel like there's enough other studios at the moment that it would balance it out. There's just always big money going around. Like, Apple would want to get into media.
Yeah.
And, like, other companies would as well. I don't think anyone would leave it, like, unchallenged and unchecked, the Disney...
It's early
Conglomerate.
days. I'm looking down the road.
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
and even in the online space, like YouTube has more watch time than any other medium. Like they actually
Yeah.
just publish the numbers, and it's like insane. So it's like they're monopolizing, but they're almost monopolizing the old school which I don't think will matter in the future, like you say, like as much.
No, but like Disney Flicks, that's the new school.
Yeah.
Is it the new
No,
school
it's the
though?
new way of distributing old production stuff, right? Like actual traditional films. But I think Ali's saying like people making their own stuff and just like having it online. That gets like so many millions of views that it's hard to say that the old one. It's kind of fractured. I'm always seeing it fracture rather than
Yeah,
be sucked together. I feel like
weird
there's equal splitting going on.
and
I-
weird. Sorry.
No, you go. Sorry.
And weird tangent is how big this actual Me Too thing is. It actually seems like Hollywood's almost going to implode from this because it's so deep rooted. It's like almost worse than like the
Phrasing.
like what's the like Catholic pedophile ring stuff. Like it's like almost on that level of that so widespread.
Yeah, but
And
look at
so-
the Catholic Church.
Yeah, they seem to be going alright.
Are they though?
They're doing fine.
Their trend has
would
not
anyone let
changed.
their kids have anything to do with the Catholic Church?
Yes,
people still
millions
do.
of kids.
What is wrong with them?
Wow.
How could you actually do that?
I
Would
didn't
you?
know this was going to
Oh,
turn
I
into an
wouldn't,
attack.
but,
I'm
like-
not Catholic, so...
People have been saying that
I don't have a
Hollywood's
problem with
dying
Catholics,
for years.
but like with the amount of pedophiles that were in positions of power in the Catholic Church, does make you pause, right?
Actually, the
It
percentages
hasn't made me pause
weren't
right
that-
up until now.
The percentages
said
weren't
that,
that
I was like,
different from
why
other
would people be-
organizations. It was more just like the amount of contact they had with kids. So like teachers in schools, it would be a similar percentage.
Yeah.
Of pedophiles.
Well,
People have been saying for years and years, decades, oh, it's the end of Hollywood. We got home video, we now got Netflix,
Yeah.
now we got Disney
oh,
Flicks. now
it
we got
definitely
YouTube.
won't be the end. It just seems like it's a time of there's going to be some sort of weird transformation, or some new player in the game that just kind of changes everything.
Well, Disney's
I feel like-
shaking up the
I
game.
feel like Netflix already did that.
Yeah,
They did.
They've
Netflix-
built
Yeah.
a market that
Yeah.
didn't exist before.
Totally.
What's next? Eyeball streaming.
Well,
But people have heaps of money. Like, how much money does it take to make a blockbuster? We're talking like 200 million
A
or
lot.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix's like budget each year is what, 8 billion?
yeah, it's
And
8
new
billion.
content?
Next year it's 8 billion.
Yeah.
Or 6 billion.
And there's
Wow.
other studios all throwing it. Like, I just like people go to the movies. People have their Netflix account. Like, Disney can't stop that. They own a lot of IP, but people are going to get bored of that,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's only so many superhero movies, surely, that you can make before people go, I want to see something different.
But how long before they don't put them in the cinemas anymore and they say, come to Disney Flicks and you can... No one else can ever see it.
Yeah, but people have been making money in the cinemas for ages.
Yeah.
Someone else will make a movie and go, yeah, sweet, thanks. I don't have to compete with Star Wars anymore.
Yeah, and I think there's always going to be the cheaper option that kind of springs up out of somewhere that's doing something that the big guys aren't doing, which is exactly what Netflix was like. How
Yeah.
Netflix started.
If
We
they-
just don't know what the new thing's going to be.
Cinema still
new-
makes heaps of money, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's just less, I think.
Yeah,
But
but it's
still
still a
heaps.
big pie. Like, it's
Yeah.
not everyone's going to give up on it because Disney leaves. They'll just be like, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah,
We'll take
It's-
that pie you've left behind.
it's still a pie, but like compared to things like the gaming industry, it's like dwarfed by that.
Oh, yeah. But that's like, is that, like, ticket sales have still increased.
Yeah.
And, like, gaming has way overtaken it, but, like, ticket prices have gone up so that, like, it's being dwarfed, but not because it's going really small.
I feel like ticket prices have actually gone down this year, but I
This
don't know
year,
if
yeah,
that's just
but
a
the
Australian
trend
thing.
overall, like,
Yeah.
when you talk about, like, comparing box office with, like, Titanic from Avatar,
Yeah.
they
Well-
have to take into account the fact that tickets were way cheaper then.
Yeah, it's always opening weekend kind of stats though, which like obviously I'm not an expert in the stats, so I'm not going to argue too far down this rabbit hole, but I do think it's on a decline. That's
Right.
my general opinion.
Cinema.
Mm.
Well,
cinema-
it has to be. Like, look, I'm not a cinema goer. Don't like the cinema. I'd rather watch it on my Netflix.
You're the worst.
That being said, like TV is just skyrocketing in terms of like people. You can't tell enough of a story in 2 hours that you can, but what you can tell in 10 episodes is like abundantly more and deeper.
There's some movies that you can't, like, just can't watch on a small screen to the same effect, though, right? Wouldn't it just encourage people to keep making movies like that and target them towards the cinema?
But
That's true.
people don't think... A lot of people don't think that way. They don't care.
Like Star Wars, would you rather watch a new Star Wars movie on a TV screen or at a cinema?
I love the cinema, so I'm not a good example of
I
that.
reckon
No,
half...
but like
half
you're
of
not alone in that.
I just think there's more opportunities or more devices you can watch it on. So like before, obviously, if you want to see a movie, you had to go to the cinema. Whereas now, you have the opportunity, if you want to see it first, you need to go to the cinema. But I think it will just...
if it was been able to download for ages, and that hasn't stopped them going to the cinema.
If
and
it
that was
a good
free.
idea, it's different, but yeah.
I suppose.
I think most importantly, if Disney buys Fox,
In these ads.
back when the original Star Wars came out, it had the 20th Century Fox roll before it, and they made the opening titles of Star Wars like sync up with that. It's all in the same key and in the same vibe, and no one has ever seen that since the original theatrical release.
I can't tell you how little
I think
care
that's the
about
most
that.
important thing.
What does
for
that have
tonight.
to do with this?
People are excited.
On that weird note,
Wow.
this section has been going for too long. But what did you think about our new entertainment section?
Are you not entertained? I'm going to say that every week.
I was trying to think of a good name for it, but I think you've actually
I
found it.
liked
Yeah.
it. Would we have done the
Yeah.
Weinstein thing in the entertainment section? Or
No, that'd be
See?
real.
Uh,
That'd
yeah,
definitely be real.
I had that
Anything
about
with sexual
section
assault
too.
is real.
Right.